Yes, welcome back to the South Australian Sports Show. Poppy, time to turn our attention to bowls, and we've got a couple of the gurus of bowls here in South Australia from the Hawthorn Bowling Club, Lesley and Ken. Join us. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Thanks very much for having us.
All right, let's start with you first, Ken. I know it's normally ladies first, but Lesley, you'll get fair play, I promise you. Hawthorn Bowls Club, it's 104 years old, a lot of tradition there. Is there a lot around the club room? Sometimes tradition gets lost.
No, I think there's still a lot of tradition around the club rooms. We've got a lot of old pictures of going way back, and we've got particularly when we having recently celebrated our centenary. There's a lot of photos, and sort of there was obviously a big thing made of the centenary. So there's still a lot of photos in that from the past. Yeah.
All right, now Lesley, the women came in 1929. I know you weren't playing then, so don't even try and say that.
I'm sure the Great Depression was only...
So will there be...
Twinkle
You're only a twinkle. Is there a chance that we'll see a big celebration when it reaches, 2029?
Well, I don't really think so now, because the clubs have amalgamated, like we're a united club now, men and women.
Yep.
We're not sort of a men and women's facility like it was in those days.
All right, for you started playing in 2000 and then you transferred over 2004. Now, I asked you when we were off air, was it for the big money, and you denied that. But why go from one club to another?
Well, I suppose when I started at Unley Park, it was a lot of work to do, and I got put into being a secretary and all that, so there was a lot of admin work. Then I just really wanted to, when it folded, I wanted to get away and have a rest. But it didn't work like that. Because my whole working life's been in admin sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you made the point about celebrating tradition. It's a great tradition of the Hawthorn Bowling Club. But I think that's one of the great things about bowls, and we've mentioned it almost ad nauseum when we have guests from bowls in, is just the sense of community that every bowling club has, and
definitely.
they embrace it and they grow it, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I guess you feel the same throughout your club?
Very, very much so, yeah. I retired about 3 years ago, so I was looking for something local and that was sort of community based, so that the Bowls Club sort of really appealed to me there for that, so that it was good to get that sort of spirit.
And I mentioned, do you know the Unley Bowling Club, just near the footy club? You said, yeah, they don't mind a couple of sherbets.
No,
there.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's where they all go. They're well known for their...
Yeah, and I've probably visited there once or twice. Oh. You know what I mean? But
this week,
yeah. but I think that's the great thing too, is that you can go there for companionship or mateship, or you can go there to be competitive, and you're not out of sorts either way. Do you feel that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I think it's a great place for, there's a lot of single women in this day and age, and it's not... It's an easy environment.
He needs minimal encouragement in that. One of the great things about bowls is that it's played, you can be 12 years old, you can be, and I want to touch on the lady at your club that's 99 years old, but there doesn't seem to be a gap. With a lot of sports, you have to be at a certain age and then you expire past that. Like if you talk about, I'm trying to think of a game where that happens. Basketball, for example. I mean, you can play in the Masters, but once you start to get to 50, it starts to become the joint starting. With bowls, it just goes across all ages and can be competitive right through.
Yeah, well, the stress on your body isn't as much, and also now you can, if you can't bend, you can get a bowling arm that can help you. So it keeps people playing a lot longer.
All right, the lady at your club, who's 99 years old, plays twice a week, which is just phenomenal. Can you tell us a little bit about it without embarrassing her?
Well, she's been there for a long time. She's very fit. She still drives.
Wow.
She's got all her faculties with her.
Fantastic.
And she's seen a lot of changes. And unfortunately, a lot of the friends that she has bowled with have moved on. And so she got to learn to get on with all the newer girls. But yeah, she fits in and she enjoys it.
Kenny, for you, treasurer of the club, is that a tough role? I mean, normally you get voted into those jobs when you're not at the committee first meeting, so you've been in the job a while now.
Yeah, that's right. I've sort of only been with the club for about 6 months and saw the opportunity. They were been searching far and wide for a treasurer, and seeing I was still in probably a bit of a working mind frame there at that stage, I thought, I might as well take that on and give me something else to do while in the retirement. But treasurer is it is plenty of time that's needed to keep control of things. And
is it expensive to run a bowling club, with the greens
yes,
and the clubhouse? Yeah. And
I think there are a lot of bowling clubs that are struggling because, particularly we've got lawn greens, and the lawn greens require considerable cost. So we're really talking about, by the time you add the maintenance costs and watering, and that we're talking about $80,000 a year to sort of maintain four greens and that. And the subs that come from our members nowhere near sort of covers that. So therefore we've got to look to other means of sort of bringing in money into the club, which is mainly through things like night owls and bar takings.
And you hire the venue, obviously.
Venue hire, we do that too.
Fantastic. And I guess all clubs, all sports are always looking to replenish at the younger end of the scale. You've got a schools program?
Yes.
Take us through that.
Well, the schools program, we've got about 4 different schools involved.
Colleges,
And we have a couple of members there who sort of do all the coaching and that. So the schools bring along, say, 20 or so players, and they're sort of trained up by our club members, and it's all part of their final assessment for Year 12. So it's good to get them into a sport like that.
All right, I know you've got 140 members out there. Some have played over 1,000 games. It's a fantastic bowling club, the Hawthorn Bowling Club. So if you're in the area looking for something to do, get down there and have a look at it. Once you go down and commit, you won't be able to walk away. Lesley, Ken, thanks for your time for coming in. Stay with us, people. Still plenty to come on the show.